Checkerboard Bows is a 16-row pattern. It is available as a free download on our website. Although it takes 16 rows to complete the entire pattern, really there are only 2 rows where you're working on these bows. One is where you create the loops, and then the following row you tie them off and make the bows. These lovely clusters of 3 bows rest on a garter stitch background. The loose yarn for the bows is created by a triple Y over, that's triple yarn over, and it says wrap the yarn 3 times around the needle. This is row 2. I'm up to the triple yarn over. 1, 2, 3. Knit 1, triple yarn over, 1, 2, 3. Knit 15, 1, 2, 3, 14, 15. Triple yarn over. I usually do it in this direction, but if you want to do the 3 in this direction, 1, 2, 3, then that's fine as well. But I'll go back and do my way. As long as you do it in the same direction all the time. 1, 2, 3. Just decide before you start which direction you're going to do it in. 1, 2, 3, and knit to the end. In row 3, we drop the 3 yarn overs, knit 1, and drop the next 3. Knit your 15, and then drop those in the next cluster. Right, I've come to the cluster, drop them, knit the 1, and drop those. Now we have the 15 in between. 1, 2, 3, 13, 14, 15. Drop those yarn over, knit the 1 stitch, drop those, and continue on. Now comes the exciting part where you tie the bows. Tie bows. Insert point of free needle into each pair of loops and pull up snugly to take out slack between and on either side of these 2 loops. Tie each pair of loops together in a firm reef knot, sometimes called a square knot. That's from the one set of triple over. Here's the other set of triple over, and just pull them up together like this to make them even. Now we're going to tie the bows. It's going to be a reef knot, so right over left, and pull it up firmly. Now left over right this time. Left over. I use a crochet hook to help. And we have 1. Now pick up the 2 loops, now a reef knot, right over the top of the left. I could use the crochet hook for this too if I wanted to. And the second part of the knot, left over right with the wrapping, and use a crochet hook to pull it through. Ta-da! We completed row 3 by dropping the yarn overs and tying the knots. Now we're doing sets of 3 bows, so row 4 is like row 2. Make the yarn overs for the loose threads, and row 5 is like row 3. Drop the yarn overs and tie the knots. Then row 6 is like row 2. Row 7 is like row 3. I've made this look terribly hard tying the bows, but it's only because I'm trying to do it while getting my fingers out of the way to show you what to do. So this time, instead of wrapping 3 times, I wrapped 6. So now we have a nice big bit to tie a reef knot. Okay, right over left, pull it up, left over right. You might like to have big bows. They rather look like rabbit's ears, but of course you can do bows any size you like. I've done them in clusters of 3, but you could do clusters of 2 or 4 or whatever you wish. I've never ever had these bows come undone, but I do pull the knots really tightly. The pattern for this rug is called the Epping Textured Sampler Knee Rug. This blanket was knitted in 2014. It's now 2020 and the bows are still firm and tight. They mightn't be sitting quite as straight, but then it's had a lot of use in these 6 years. Remember, the free pattern is available to download from our website. Thank you for watching and happy knitting.
Here are the steps to download Daphne's patterns and to view the videos on her YouTube channel. Send an email to knitwithdaphne@gmail.com and include the subject Free Download. There is no need for any content in the email. You will receive an automatic email reply that includes 2 links. One is a link to Daphne's YouTube channel. The other is a link to the downloadable patterns. When you click the link, the Knit with Daphne folder with all the downloadable patterns will open. Double-click on any line to open and download the pattern. Double-click on Stitch Patterns to open the folder with the individual knitting stitch pattern. Enjoy Daphne's designs and happy knitting!